Hello everyone, I'm Sophie and I'm currently at Kechara Forest Retreat, Bentong, Malaysia. As you can see, there's a bamboo garden behind me and I thought that I'll do a change of scenery for all of you. And so today I will continue reading from my guru's blog, His Eminence the 25th Samtuku Rinpoche. And the topic is Love Without Agenda. And this is part 11. And as usual, I will go to a picture to share with you. There you go. This is a picture of Lady Vrajayogini. This is Rinpoche's personal Buddha on his table, his work desk. Right. Love Without Agenda, part 11. So, I like that kind of directness. I like that kind of energy. I like it very much because one thing that bothers me very much about others and myself, that really, really disturbs me to the core. Let me tell you a secret. It is hiding behind a facade. Pretending that people don't know who you really are or how you really are, or trying to use all types of games and words and explanations to cover who you really are when it is so clear to see. That really bothers me, and some people do that for years and years and years. I know some people who do that with me for over decades. They can still cover up. They can still not change and transform. So for those people, there is nothing left but wrathful actions. Why? Death is very near. Death is not far, so you have to use actions to help them before it is too late. Why? Peaceful means didn't work anymore, and that is the compassion of the Lama. How does that happen? Because whatever you manifest to them is at the Lama's own expense. So the Lama is willing to accept the expenses behind that kind of wrathful action in order to help that being. There is nothing to understand or not understand. It is the method. Why is there that method? Because they are that type of beings. There is that type of beings. So the Lama may be very peaceful with some and give gifts and smile, with some very wrathful depending on the person and time. If some person has been acting negatively towards the Lama, towards the Dharma, towards others again and again, year after year after year, basically almost lying, karmic retribution is very heavy. The Lama will always show a wrathful face towards that person. Why? Because the Lama cares. To ordinary beings, it's viewed as frustration or anger from the Lama. That's their level. That's how they perceive it. That's how they perceive it. When Kabje Zong Rinpoche screamed and yelled at people and beat monks, we folded our hands and prostrated and secretly hoped we'd be beaten, scared to death. But we secretly hoped because there were some monks that Zong Rinpoche beat and some monks he didn't in the same room. The next day, the monks that weren't beaten died. He made their diseases manifest. That's very well known. Even sometimes the fierce protectors like satrap comes, very fierce with some of the monks. Sometimes they are very fierce with some of the monks. They will actually catch them and throw them. Catch them here in front of thousands of monks and throttle them and throw them. But you say, oh, but you're supposed to be compassionate, etc. The next day, we find out the monk is disrobed. He was deceiving people, so his karma is very heavy, and Satrap was purifying it, purifying by his humiliation, and nobody knew. We have seen that in the monasteries. It's very rare Satrap comes and talks nicely. It's very rare unless it is one of the high lamas who have worked very hard for others. If he comes in the presence of satrap in the monastery, in the oracle monk, satrap calms down. The great Nechung of Tibet takes the oracle in trance and meets the high officials and meets the high lamas in Tibet once a year on Lhasa to give prophecies for the future, and he is very fierce, very, very fierce. You can do a research on him, Nechung, Nechung. He is very fierce, but in the presence of the Dalai Lama, he is very calm and very quiet, always in every single lifetime of the Dalai Lama. Similarly, Satrap is very, very fierce, but to a person, he doesn't need to be fierce, nothing. When I went up, when there was a whole bunch of Rinpoches, we were sitting up on chairs and a whole bunch of monks from the monastery who went up for audience, I was trembling. I was trembling. I'm not kidding. I was trembling on my knees thinking, when I go up there, uh-oh, is he going to be nice to me or am I going to be humiliated? And there goes my ego not wanting. I want to be enlightened, but I don't want to go through the process of being enlightened. Isn't that so silly? I want to be happy. I want to be enlightened. I want peace. I want to be a Mahasiddha. I want to benefit the world. I want to have bodhicitta. I want to be a Buddha. But don't make me go through the hard work. Let me get enlightened on my couch watching a DVD, eating a pizza, making love to my couch and sofa. So let me be a Buddha, but please don't make me go through it. Huh? Can I please be a professor of physics and I don't have to go to school? Just buy me a degree. Yeah, some people out there who think like that. Buy it for me. Buy it for me. Berapa? Buy it for me. How much? Yeah, there are people out there like that. So imagine you want to get enlightened, but you don't want to go through the methods and actions. So let me put it simply, and I base it on Bodhisattva Chayavatara. I am not making it up. I can't make it up. There is too many smart people. If you really love yourself, and you really love the people around you, and you really love the people that love you and have helped you, and they are very kind to you, you work very hard for the Dharma. You work very hard on the inner Dharma of transformation, and you put yourself in situations where your ego will be battered and smashed. You put yourself in that situation where your ego will be battered and smashed if you love yourself and others. Why? If you operate from an egoless base, you won't create sufferings for others and yourself. If you operate from an egoless base and less ego, the results will be different. Ego-based motivation, ego-based results, ego-based. Egoless motivation and action, egoless result. So what happens is, how can we not become changed will make a difference in our lives, to the people's lives that we love. If we say we love them, but we continue to torture them, if we say we love them, we don't transform our habits. If we say we love them and we really want to do Dharma, and we really want to help, but we don't transform an iota of ourselves, in fact, we escape from ourselves. We escape from the actual place or path or persons or beings or vehicle that can transform us. Impossible. That's for whatever religion you are in. Even if you are not in religion, don't think, oh, okay, I'm not getting into religion. That's for anyone even not in religion. Even if you are not in religion, you can't escape from yourself. You can't get away from yourself. So if we do things and then ego and egoless or ego-based, it's not religious words either. It's not religious words either. Ego means doing things from a selfish attitude. If we do things from a selfish attitude, the result will be selfish results, and we always have to protect our results, and the results are not lasting. So what is very important is what? Through study and through time and through understanding, we know is really the priority in life. So that's why I always start on the basis of love of ourselves. Love others, love the people that love us, to repay their kindness. That's why I always focus on that, because no matter how you are going on the teachings, it leads back to that. How much you care about others is how much effort you put in. How much effort you don't put in is how much you don't care about others. No matter how pleasant you look, or how beautiful you look, or how nice you speak, or how your time just passes by. If you cannot change your body actions, your facial actions, your body language, and you cannot change your mind, you cannot change your effort, you cannot change your laziness. If you can't change any of that, no matter how many times you say, I care, I love, or you have guru devotion, it will come out the opposite. Why? It's plain to see. It's very plain to see. If we say if there is a Dharma talk or Dharma activity, you are spontaneous to go and learn and listen. It means you want to transform. And with that, I end the session for today. And thank you for sharing your time with me. And as Rinpoche say, our actions speaks louder than what, we say. Especially when we say that we care, we love, if our actions doesn't show it, that means we don't really care, because we care more about our egos of being lazy, of being comfortable, and not having to transform or go out of our limitations to help or care for the other person. So think about it and see how much do you really, really care and love the person that you say that you do. And thank you for sharing your time with me. And I'll end this with a completion dedication in English. May the precious body mind, where it is not born, arise and grow. May that born have no decline, but increase forevermore. May the precious emptiness, where it is not born, arise and grow. May that born have no decline, but increase forevermore. May this merit accumulated by myself and others beneficially serve all sentient beings and the Buddha Dharma, and especially may the essential teachings of the unerring Master Tsongkhapa become clear and enduring. In all my rebirths, may I not be parted from perfect gurus. Let me enjoy the abundance of the Dharma, perfecting the quality stages and paths. May I quickly attain the ranks of Buddha, of Vajradhara Buddha. By this virtue, may I quickly realize Guru Buddhahood and transfer each sentient being into that enlightened state. May all conducive conditions arise and all obstacles be pacified, in order to increase infinitely the doctrine of the spiritual King Tsongkhapa. By the merits of the 3 times of myself and others, may the doctrine of Lama Tsongkhapa blaze forever. At dawn or dusk, at night or midday, may the 3 jewels grant us their blessings. May they help us to achieve all realizations and sprinkle the paths of our lives with various signs of auspiciousness. May the holy teachers have long lives. May the enlightened activities be fully displayed in the 10 directions, and may the brightness of the teachings of Lama Tsongkhapa continuously dissipate the veil of darkness, covering the beings of the 3 realms. In this land encircled by snow mountains, source of every benefit and joy, may Lord Tenzin Gyatso Chenrezig remain in this life until samsara's end. Home, grant me here and now appropriate attainments without exception. Grant increase of the entourage, teachings and wealth, O mighty Shukden. And thank you again for sharing your time with me. And please do join me for my next session. See you.